know it as Ozempic, but I'm taking a GLP-1 after weight loss surgery to help me get to my goals. Gastric sleeve on March 2nd of 2023. My highest weight was 287.2 and I started my weight loss surgery journey at 264. And so you may be asking yourself, well, why are you taking the Ozempics, the shots, if you had the gastric sleeve? Did you gain weight? Is your sleeve not working? What's the tea? Well, I'm gonna let you know. Before we get into the video, if you've never seen my face before, hi, my name is Janae. I make a lot of content focused on fitness, wellness, and self-development, and helping you live your best healthy and active life. So if that sounds like something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like this video, it lets the algorithm know that this is a good and helpful video. It pushes it out to all the girlies who may need a little tool to lose weight. And comment down below and let me know, are you losing your weight naturally? Did you have weight loss surgery? Are you taking the shots? Are you doing a combination of any of the three? This is a no judgment zone, so keep it cute. Now, before we get into this video, none of this is medical advice. You should always go to your doctor or speak with a provider before you try to start any medication or see if something is right for you. I am just letting you know the reasons why I am taking a GLP-1 after weight loss surgery and what it has done for me. So like I said, I had weight loss surgery back in March of last year, and I started my weight loss journey at 264.2. And I hit Wonderland 6 months after weight loss surgery in September of 2023. But as soon as I hit 6 months post-op and I moved on to 7 months post-op, I realized my weight loss started slowing down significantly. I had lost the bulk of my weight in the first 6 months, and after that, things started to chill out. I could not understand why. I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, that my surgeon told me to do, eating high protein, getting my workouts in, making sure I'm pretty much eating clean 95% of the time. And at that point, since I was stalling so badly, I was eating clean 100% of the time and making sure I wasn't missing any workout. And so at 7 months post-op, I had my follow-up with my surgeon and told them that, I'm starting to see my weight loss is slowing down. And so they said, hey, the honeymoon stage may be over for you. And if you don't know what the honeymoon stage is, it is that sweet spot, that first year to 18 months that you're gonna lose the majority of your weight after weight loss surgery. But he told me that honeymoon stage for some of us may stop short and it may be less than a year, especially if you lost majority of your weight in the first year. And for me, I lost majority of my weight in the first 6 months. But I wasn't satisfied where I was at. I still wanted to lose a bit more weight. And so he told me at about 10 months post-op, if it's still slowing down, I can do another follow-up appointment and we can talk about different weight loss medications. So in November, I hit the 180s and I pretty much stayed there. So at 10 months post-op, I did follow up with him to seek out weight loss medication, which is when I started Contrave. It's a weight loss pill. Now I've already done phentermine before weight loss surgery. I did not want to do that again, and my doctor did not want to put me on that again because of my previous history of high blood pressure, so they moved me on to Contrave. And Contrave was working just fine, and I'm pretty sure I did a video about weight loss medications. I'll tag it in the cards above. So once my weight loss started to slow down, I started to also realize that I was dealing with food noise. And if you don't know what food noise is, it is when you're constantly pretty much thinking about food, even if you're not hungry, to sum it up. And so even though I had a smaller stomach, it did not mean that up in here was connected to what was down here. There's a disconnect between the communication that's happening with your gut and your brain. And so even though I may not be hungry, I'm always thinking about hunger, which will cause me to overeat and over snack and do the most. And so even though I can't eat like I was before, I still was overeating. And so I'm sure that that contributed to my weight stalling because of the food noise that was coming back. And me, I've always had a very healthy appetite after weight loss surgery. I was always able to eat more than what other people can eat. And I've always been able to tolerate foods well. So the food noise was definitely triggering me to overeat and overindulge. And that is even with healthy food. You can still gain weight eating just healthy food, because at the end of the day, weight loss is still calories in versus calories out. And if I'm eating too many calories, no matter what type of calories that is, I'm still going to gain weight or maintain my weight. So Contrave was working just fine, but it made me extremely nauseous, and I didn't even last 3 weeks on the drug. So I just stopped taking it and just continued on with my journey. So from November to April, I continued to stay in the 180s. I would go back and forth on the higher side of 180s and the lower side of 180s. I follow a lot of other bariatric creators on TikTok, and if you're not following me on TikTok and Instagram, make sure you go ahead and follow me. You'll get a lot of different type of content over there. But a few of my friends told me about how they were using GLP-1s after weight loss surgery to help them with the food noise, to help them with a bit of food suppression, because as they were older in their journey, they felt like they were overeating, and just to help with some PCOS symptoms that they had, etc., etc., etc. And so that's when I started to think about getting into GLP-1s as well, and seeing that that can help break my stall that I have been in for now at that point 6 months long. So what is GLP-1? GLP-1 is a glycogen-like peptide 1, GLP-1. It's a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar, appetite, and digestion. So we already have this hormone in our body already. Some of us have lower levels or higher levels of it. Now, there is a lot of discourse about people using those types of drugs that is meant for people who are diabetic. And that is a great conversation to have, because of course, if you're taken from someone who actually needs it for their diabetes, then that isn't right. But to give you a little insight, that's most of the time that's not the case. A lot of people are taking the compound version of it. They're self-paying, buying the compound version of it, and not actually using Mounjaro or Ozempic. And so for me, I am using the compound form of Ozempic, which is semaglutide. It's a compound semaglutide is what I'm taking for my GLP-1. And I self-pay for this medication, which means it's coming out of my pocket, but it is nowhere near as expensive as paying for the actual Ozempic that people actually need for their diabetes. Not the case. So back in April, I got in touch with a bariatric surgeon, not my bariatric surgeon, but a bariatric surgeon, because I knew that I was going to have to self-pay for it and that my insurance was not going to cover this. And she gave me a bit of information, told me what it can do for me, and that's when I started my semaglutide journey. And I was only going to take it for 3 months, but I started to see that it was definitely giving me the results that I wanted and helped push me along my weight loss journey, in combination with what I was already doing with my eating and my working out. Now again, like I said, this is not medical advice, but I have been on the semaglutide for 5 months now, and it has got me down to my lowest weight, which is 164.2. And if you haven't watched my 18-month update video, I'll go ahead and link it in the cards above, because I have lost a total of 123 pounds using all of the tools. And so I get asked the question a lot, well, why are you taking semaglutide, GLP-1, after weight loss surgery? Did your surgery stop? Did you gain weight? Anything like that? No. The answer is simply no. I have not gained weight after weight loss surgery. I was just in a 6-month stall. And my bariatric surgeon told me that this is probably all that my surgery was going to give me. The sleeve is supposed to give you 60 to 70% of your access weight loss. So whatever your starting number was, your access weight loss. And so at that point, it gave me 64%. So my gastric sleeve was a success. But as far as my goals and what I wanted for my body, I was not comfortable in the 180s. My husband and I have 2 children, and my weight gain and my issues with weight came with being pregnant with my children, and we made the decision not to have any more. He got a vasectomy last year, and so I'm trying to get to my healthiest weight and stay there pretty much for the rest of my life. And so knowing that, I made a vow to myself that I never wanted to be in the 200s ever again. And bouncing back and forth in the 180s was just not comfortable for me. So my goal weight is 145. I want to stay in a weight range of 145 to 155. And honestly, even being in the 160s right now, I am comfortable. But at the point that I was at in April, when I was in the 180s, I knew for sure that I wanted to lose some more weight. Not only that, like I mentioned earlier, the food noise was definitely strong in my head. And though I healed my relationship with food, it's definitely a bit scary when you deal with obesity and you're always having this hunger cue going off. It definitely was something that was scary for me, something that made me worry, because something my bariatric surgeon told me was that once you're predisposed to obesity, you may be dealing with this issue for the rest of your life. And if that is the case for me, then that's the case for me. But I want to be my most healthiest, and I'm not even trying to strive to be my most smallest, but I'm trying to be at a comfortable weight, and my internal health is great, and I have a low amount of body fat. And so those are the goals that I am working towards. And semaglutide has helped me get there. Now, will I be on semaglutide for the rest of my life? I pray to God I won't. That is not something that I want to do. I want to get to my goal weight, and if I have to be on a maintenance dose for a while I learn to be in maintenance, then I'll do that, but hopefully I can get off of it. But I do know that it's a tool that is going to be there for me for life. And if I do ever need it again, I will use it again, but it's not something that I want to be taken every month. Let me know if you have any questions about GLP-1 in the comments below. Side effects, constipation, how to eat, working out, like stuff like that, the things that I've experienced and what has helped me on this journey. Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you are somebody who's had weight loss surgery and you've been stuck in a stall, you haven't gotten to your goal weight yet, or if you're someone who's doing it naturally and has a bit of an issue with losing weight and you would like to try the semaglutide type of shots, the GLP-1 type of shots, I get my GLP-1 through a telehealth company called Zappy Health. And you can go to zappyhealth.com. I'll have them linked in my description box. If you use my code Janae, you can talk with a provider, tell them about your medical history, your history with weight, your workout, your everything. Just tell them everything and see if GLP-1s is something that would work for you. Using my code Janae, it is $1 to pay to talk to the provider, but you will get refunded that $1 once you're done with your appointment. And my code will also give you $50 off your first month of shots if you're doing a month-to-month plan. But Zappy Health also just came out with some other plans with discounted rates. So currently, if you do the semaglutide or the GLP-1, it's $249 a month or $349 a month. So that is where you would get your $50 off for your first month, and then you will pay your normal month-to-month fee. If you use my code and decide to do the 3-month plan, it will be $199 a month or $329 a month for the 3 months each. And they will ship out all 3 of your vials to you, and you will have to pay the fee up front. Then they also have a 9-month plan. Again, they will ship all 9 months out to you. You have to pay for everything in total, but it's $179 a month for the semaglutide and $299 for the GLP-1. And so, like I said, you can talk with a provider and see if this is something that is going to be right for you. If you watch my top 3 weight loss tips video, which I'll also link in the cards above, then you already know I already mentioned that if you need a tool to help you on your weight loss journey, then use the tool. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of others' opinions about it. Don't be afraid of what you hear from the news. You need to sit there, talk with a provider, be truthful about your healthcare history, and see if it's right for you. Some of us have internal issues. Like me, for instance, I had a lot of issues internally. I was working against me on my 13-year weight loss journey, and a lot of you have been around for it because I've been filming YouTube videos on my weight loss journey before I even had weight loss surgery. And so things like PCOS, insulin resistance, pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes. All of those things can interfere with what is going on with you internally and make losing weight so difficult. And so just have an open mind about it. It's a free consultation with $1 hold that you'll get back, and you can talk with a provider and see if it's right for you. So that is it. I just wanted to answer that question once and for all, why I'm taking a GLP-1 after weight loss surgery, what it has done for me, and my plans for the future. I also wanted to provide you guys a resource, the resource that I use to get the GLP-1. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. Make sure you're following me on my Instagram and my TikTok. On TikTok, I'm always hosting lives, and on Instagram, I'm always in my stories posting what I'm doing, answering questions, and running polls. So make sure you're following me over there. Guys, so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.